A famous anthropologist, Margaret Mead, once said, "My grandmother wanted me to get an education, so she kept me out of school." Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sana Singh, and I'm speaking against the motion that school education should be made free and compulsory across the world. According to critical theorist Louis Althusser, school acts as an ideological state apparatus. This in effect means that by making school education free and compulsory, the state actually wants to shape the ideology of the children. It also wants to control what they learn, how they learn, and it wants to make them serve its own interests. Examples for this could be Nazis in Germany, Stalin in Russia, and Mao in China. Therefore, school education should not be made compulsory. Besides, education can be acquired without having to go to school. Denied. In fact, some of the greatest men in history were actually illiterate. For example, Akbar and Maharaja Ranjit Singh, they never went to school, but look at them, they're leaders. Yet, there are others who were dropouts, such as Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. No wonder the desirability of schooling has been questioned by social thinkers like Ivan Illich for such a long time. Even today, a large number of people living in developing nations are part of the informal economy. By being part of the informal economy, I mean that they are self-taught, they make a good living for themselves, and they also provide economic help to the country.
Point of information.
Denied. These people never really went to school, so it's actually not important to go to school to be able to succeed in life. And also, these people who are part of the informal economy are much better than those parasites who have received formal school education but are a liability on the society. Schooling standardizes the curriculum and without paying attention, and it does not pay attention to the unique abilities of an individual child. It kills creativity and innovation.
Point of information.
Yes.
You keep talking about all these problems education have, but you realize this is going to apply to countries that are so poor that people have no alternative to education. They can't go homeschool, they can't get dropped, they can't drop out and be successful. How do you have an alternative for people in these poor countries who have no other opportunities?
I'll come back. Denied. Also, education does not equip an individual of the real knowledge and critical ability. The ever-increasing emphasis on education that serves the market has clearly subordinated the intellect to the skill. Further, school reproduces social inequality. If rich kids and kids from lower and poor class backgrounds were supposed to study in the same top schools, bullying and discrimination would become a major topic. Now, the third speaker would elaborate on that topic. For these reasons, imparting education and learning cannot be left to schools alone, and state should not have the right to thrust compulsory education on children. Those who wish to receive education should do so, but at their own cost. Because compulsory schooling given free of cost by the state asserts the parents' rights to make educational decisions for their children, school education should not be made free and compulsory. Now, coming to your point of, can you repeat the question?
I said that in really poor countries, people don't have the chances that dropouts and other places in developed countries like Bill Gates have to make it big. In these poor countries, there are no alternatives. How do they get a chance?
I talked about informal economy, as you know.